Hello everyone. Welcome to another TNO episode, and I would like to say that we are on the 11th episode of our favorite American conservative free market man, Mr. Wallace Bennett, or as I like to call him with his two nicknames, our good old Benny Boy, or the Mormon Man, as I like to call him, those two nicknames. It's kind of funny, really. But basically, it's 1968, and given that the new update with the ruin with a united UK, but that'll be for a different video next time if I play the different country or whatever. But anyway, let's start the show. I hope I did have the debug on, because sometimes the debug smooth doesn't always. Okay, it's already off. I just wanted to double check. And I know that the foreign policy won't work anymore, as you already know from the as you subscribers and viewers already know from the LBJ ones. So anyway, guess I'll have to roll with the punches on this one. Besides, doesn't really matter anyway. And look at that, very high. But it seems like the Northern Democrats really hate us because we're going socially conservative on the civil rights movement. Basically, the civil rights movement was like, it wasn't between Democrats and Republicans. It was basically versus the South's idea of civil rights, of careful civil rights, compared to the North version. Raise our relationship with the Catholic Church. Then this will raise our relationship with the Dixiecrats. Invite our Pope to DC. But it will lower. It's funny how the Dixiecrats, the majority of everyone else is happy except for the Northern Democrats. It's like a reverse alienation, like with LBJ when it came with the conservatives. But hey, at least black activists aren't being ignored of their problems, so it's a lot better that way. And for all the struggle, now mostly separated from the shackles of partisan and public politics, the Federal Reserve is finally free to chart a healthy, stable path in our economic ecosystem. A steady downstick in inflation as a result of new policies compromised to set the stage for future growth, despite criticism from multiple sides of the political aisle. Our inflation will decrease by 1.50% and our economy will become decentralized by 5. That sounds like a good deal. I'm willing to take it. We shall balance the budgets. Let's see. Surplus. Fresh off the press. Decrease our GDP growth, counting our pennies. Fresh off the press. Our inflation is like about 5.364%. Ooh, look at this. Iberia reforms the Iberian Council. From today onwards, the Iberian Union will no longer be dominated by whims of the two Chaldeos. Both men have jointly announced they will be stepping down from their positions. In tandem, the two have also announced sweeping reforms to the Iberian Council, whose powers and duties have greatly expanded. The council will take place of the Chaldeos administrating Iberia and passing reforms as they see fit. Extent to which these reforms will go is currently unknown. The Chaldeos will instead take a supervisory role, stating that their time and power is not entirely over until the council has completed its reforms to a satisfactory level. A new democracy is always good for me. Nice. The Regno d'Italia, as in the Republic dell'Italy. Aw man, declining trade. That sucks, Italy. But hey. Kind of sucks that he went alone. Italy didn't choose either any of us. The Kwangtung Army of Manchuria. Reconstruction deadline. Has not completed the focus, an acceptable solution. We shall never surrender. The last reserves of strength, final loss of liberty. The Dominion shall die. Oh, we already won the South African War, which is kind of fun. And we already also won the, yeah, we actually won in a lot of places, which is actually kind of a relief. So now the only place we can focus on is just the Reich itself. Oh, seems like Theodore Oberlander's portrait had to be revised in a new The Ruins update, but whatever. Yeah, many of them really aren't really available. What's this? Hold up. A liberal free Norwegian? Guntar Garbo? Oh, and okay, this is kind of weird. This one is weird. A democratic Norway under liberalism with the king back in the home country with Gunnar Garbo as leader. If you like it, I find it strange how Germany is now actually allowing a second. Oh wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. Karl Pop Madsen. I like it. I like it if he's called Karl Poop Madsen. Kind of funny because it fits him well. Dissolve Rhine. Well, at least our French boy Pinay is still leader, so at least that's some progress. And Free France is there, so yeah. Military administration. And since it's 1969, why don't I spice things up a bit by actually, you know, switch to a different president. Since it's funnily enough already January the 20th. Let's see, who should I pick? Here we go. US debug decisions. Let's see who I should. I already did. Ooh, I can inaugurate Mr. Hart. Ah, yes, building the golden bridges. We're now gonna fight for the heart and soul of the nation. The last part of Hart's name in the heart and soul was definitely a pun in there. With affection, respect, and esteem. The Hart Presidency. FDR, Eisenhower, Kefauver, JFK, and LBJ, these titans of modern American politics, despite their desperate backgrounds, shared a dream. Ask any two men what it's like, and you'll get 3 different answers. For some, prosperity of every American, promise and declaration of independence. Others, right to breathe freely. A much maligned third, from north to south, saw true liberation despite odds arrayed against each other. It seems a new day in America with new presidents. With a new president, some old faces might see now a good time as any to get their affairs in order. Philip Hart, the heart and soul of America. I knew the joke. I knew it. The breaking the heart of the world. Why I'm leaving the Republican Party? Hearth and home. No dawn for the Republicans, no doubt. Even in this one, it says here I could for Hart I could actually boost sovereign participation in model cities with Hart's URL on the desk of like helping to review policy agendas, help the city, and many more. Like, it's very good. Oh, and also getting a move on. It's gonna be a fight for the heart and soul of the nation. An arduous one. The winding road. Have we become a mirage of ourselves? Let's review policy agenda. The Urban Renewal Initiative, or URI, is the most ambitious policy plan since Roosevelt's New Deal, and President Hart intends to see its rescue of declining urban communities through the end. Transportation reform plans haven't begun. Urban stability has not begun. Social welfare has not begun, and the administration is handling no crisis. Season greetings. Oh, and Phil, give me one of those pens. Yep. Yep, Hubert Humphrey becomes a Labor Democrat now. Yep, and as a Republican, and also helping the Republicans, I can also help do different things like defend order, embolden Main Street, and boost Southern participation of model cities. Dixiecrats will support 25%. Slightly increased security, the hardline Republicans will surely love it. Old friends and new dynamics. We need a second opinion here. Or second opinions, as it's called. Jim Crow can't teach democracy. And that one has Jane Jacobs. America's legislator knew Hart for his unwavering commitment to civil rights and the little man. No plea for moderation deterred him from becoming one of Kennedy's most loyal bannermen during the Birmingham campaign. And no plea for unity kept him from voicing his dissent at every turn. Reality track. Nothing is for granted. While support among Labor Democrats is all assured, President Hart will have to maintain a positive relationship with the wider Congress if he wishes to effectively legislate. This will increase likelihood of Democrats to vote in favor, but this will decrease the Republicans, progressives, and nationalists to vote in favor of our agenda. Hart's relationship with the Senate will get worse if all things happen. We are cuffed to the chair. Mark Twain may have said that the man who wants to be president, the most is the last man who deserved it. Therefore, the last man who wants to be president is the man America needs, and so must be dragged kicking and screaming all the way to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue so he can save the country from itself. Although Hart sees a man and not a cure-all in the mirror, kicking and screaming aptly describes his experience in the campaign trail. Party insiders had egged him for years to toss his hat in, and he eventually did so because he had no choice. The alternative to running was standing aside while convincing men dismantle the cause he championed piecemeal. All he did was say his piece as his allies dragged him from soapbox to soapbox and finally to the resolution desk. Dreams took him here, but what comes after that? The sheer breadth of answers can paralyze even the most stalwart idealists. Enter this Lepis Morrison. Oh boy. Time for us to fight for the heart and soul now. Here we go. The rejuvenation of... Despite many benefits for policy, the price tag is still a little tough pill. Ignoring the woes of a hawks who cried debit will result in galvanizing conservatives against us. Urban wealth is calm, civil rights advocates, and Little America too. Urban wealth is calm at 2.5. Little America is supportive at almost 100%. We are supporting wishes of civil rights advocates by 60.4%. Forwarding a suggestion. Yes, Mr. President. Ooh, so this is the fight for heart and soul. I love it. Executive action. Let's see here. Well, I hadn't considered that, Jane, but I see it mentioned President. Oh, Try Morrison's strategy or follow Jacobs' strategy. Urban wealth will increase their disdain for President Hart by 10%. It seems no matter what action President Hart takes, there will always be some group that will sharpen their knives. This will increase the Republicans to vote in our favor, but the budget hawks will increase their disdain. Formation of a French community. Declined, an unsung hero. Negotiations impending. Mariana called. Will Madrid answer? Oh no, there's a crisis in Nanjing! Pray they survive! The Saint of the Senate. Let's see here. Some lip service. President Hart's relationship with the Senate will improve. Okay. For a mandate this strong. All across the board will be increased by a lot. Coronation Week. All parties in the Senate's opinion on President Hart's agenda will be reset. Increased likelihood of Republicans to vote in favor of our agenda. Rural voters will want to trend support for the Democrats in 2 weeks with an immediate change in partisanship. Little America will gain trust in President Hart. Great. The Lion and the Conscience. And so a commission is born. We will continue monitoring his protege, Ted Kennedy, for his tenure as president. A decision to pursue health insurance reform has been unlocked in the president's desk. Okay, Coronation Week, that's good. Let's see, no miracle worker or a well-oiled machine. The Substance Abuse and Recovery Act. Some pixie dust. Well, I'm no miracle worker. To carve your own path to success in life, but everyone needs some help now and again. Will undoubtedly make a dent in the poverty plague, giving disadvantaged one less problem, while soup kitchens by themselves will not end homelessness or poverty, but they, together with some other initiatives, could help out. The introduction of the Soup Kitchen Act of 1969, a noble initiative. Whatever Congress' opinion on the bill may be, his wholehearted support for the bill, President Hart has long shown his concern for those among the population in greatest danger of falling through the cracks, and began to rally support. Time will tell if the first step of his administration will end in triumph or defeat. The Soup Kitchen Act of 1969 passes the Senate. An early win! All parties in the Senate opinion will be reset. Cost of upkeep in the average city increases by 3.0. Happiness of citizens in the city will tremendously increase by 6%, and crime rate in the city will decrease by 2%. And it's an early win! An all-natural. Nice. Now we just need a tighter grip. Yet, affirmative action. The idea is so mad obscure. Introduction of an urban housing opportunity. Racism back in the sights. Oh man. And even with the de facto segregation, which is also a touchy subject. But let's just hope. The prelude to deluge. Oh, now I gotta deal with the man Henry Kissinger himself. Oh, Lord. Oh, Free French-Iberian talks come to an end. The Free French are not to be forgotten. Safe houses in the 20... Cross the aisle. I know the Marxists and fascists won't support. All Democrats support. I believe more than half of Republicans supported. So, yeah. Congress is voting on the bill. That's a lot. Yay. Our friends in the West Siberian Republic, of course. The Urban Housing Opportunity Act passes the Senate. Now we're stamping out the hate. Equality between citizens in the city increased 2%. Urban wealth will decrease their disdain for President Hart by 5%. Stamping out the hate. Now we're gonna fight for the real heart and soul of the nation. We have begun the great work of the Hart Presidency. As the first 100 days have elapsed, we have successfully strengthened our commitment in heart and soul, or perhaps heart and soul, haha, get it? To the improvement of the American Commonwealth. Hoo-hoo. Lost in the roadmaps, the happiness of people increase 5%, efficiency in cities will increase by 3%, Little America will moderately gain trust, budget hawks will decrease disdain, and urban wealth will decrease their disdain for us. Nice. Seems like the URI seems like our 2 victories in the URI are going swimmingly well. And civil rights advocates are getting a bit... There's still majority supporting us, but we just need to make sure we don't go a bit too hard. Fighting for the heart and soul. New life for the American city. Okay, he can now have the option to focus on transportation, urban revitalization, sciences, inequality, and diplomacy. Okay, now it's time for us to fight for the true heart and soul of our country. I wonder which Oh, the Truman Doctrine. Shining megapolis on a hill. Eisenhower's blessing. Let's see. The ink and skin. Let's start with that first. Now, let's start with the Second American Revolution. National Security Advisor. I'm sure to let him know. Bleeding Hearts Club. Sorry, gotta get myself more political power. Japanese operative captured. Any town, USA. Poverty is average, crime is average, homelessness is minuscule, society is still divided, citizens are happy, the cities are getting by, budget is standard, but our economy is still struggling. And a well-informed citizens, we've got a lot of long and hard road ahead of us, Madam Secretary, so let's get to work. Let me... My name isn't Alice, but thank you, sir. Ooh, the French Republic has been restored! Under Charles de Gaulle. War will not find its prey in France. The French reconciliation. The true statesman is the one who is willing to take risk. A divided France has become brothers once more. Attention. The true statesman is the one who's willing to take risk. By Charles de Gaulle. We are brothers once more. Sweet. Oh yeah, I forgot Debug's move was supposed to be off. The motherland beckons. Competition and some innovation. Increase maximum investment in research funding. Societal development will improve slowly, and average city will increase tremendously. The ink and skin. This is not an America today who is unaware of civil rights movement. The long-standing struggle of the black community to achieve equality has embedded and flowed since its beginning a century ago. From Frederick Douglass to W.E.B. Du Bois to now Martin Luther King Jr. to many innumerable others. The ink and skin. We're gonna have to deal with it. Crime is the worst of everyday life. The last voyage of the SS United States. Oh, wow. The lack of passenger travel between the US and Europe and the arrival of new passenger jetliners that can cross the ocean in a fraction of the time of even the world's fastest ship has sounded the death knell of the ocean trade. The rebirth of great American cities. A wonderful idea, Mr. President. Let freedom ring. American hawkishness will increase 15% with a patriotic education. Well, at least the civil rights advocates are happy that we're basically back in the majority now. Defend civil order. Joining the picket line. And grant favorable committee assignments. Okay. Let's do the Truman Doctrine. From the beginning, diplomacy. France joins the OFN. Liberty, fraternity. Yes. The game. Making America. All the King's Men. Philip Hart of a Heart and Soul. Ambitions of a Political Machine. Transportation Reform. Understandable. From Magadan to the National Mall. Good relationship with democratic nations. That's the American way. And don't you forget it. All the King's Men. In America, all the scheming is done in broad daylight. Pastures of Innovation. Array of Hope. You can only hope for the best. Edward Lansdale. The Right Stuff. We will see the schooling system expand exponentially to allow us to achieve our things in a more timely manner. The Best Weapons. Answering the Call. But one day you will. A Meganopolis. One would be hard-pressed to wrap their heads around sprawling labyrinth patchwork of businesses, markets, and customers that make up the American economy. It's also time we're going to have to help rebuild up the cities. Or help revoice the cities. President de Gaulle elected President of France. The general marches into politics. Trouble in the cabinet. Once a Dixiecrat, always a Dixiecrat. The Steam and Steel. The symbiotic relationship between organized labor and the DP have become cornerstones of a modern party system since President Roosevelt entered office over 3 decades ago. Unions aid the party with crucial organizing and fundraising abilities, providing Democratic candidates with a solid base upon which to draw. This relationship has been strained over the years, from the Eisenhower administration's careful moderation to the cold shoulder of Nixon. The administration's ambitious program of urban renewal and labor reform, however, demands a much more warmer touch. Cooperation of men like Roofer and Meany, and by extension the UAW and ALF-CIO, is a must if we are to succeed, lest we risk fracturing the entire DP. Hello there, new friend. The American-Siberian Trade Act of 1969. Our education policy will slowly improve. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. The game of life. Zip it, lock it. An alternative movement. All right, now we're slowly making sure we get off our good footing. Come home, America. Build the invisible bridge. Okay, better make sure I get a win over on this one. PRD wins the 1969 Iberian elections. Awesome sauce. Okay, let's see here. We need a domestic revolution or Franklin in the field. Electricity, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, electricity, it's a beautiful thing. Late night television, electric stoves, microwaves, these things that Benjamin Franklin could only dream of as he held that lightning key rod back on that stormy night in 1752. Today, the Hart administration will bring those dreams to fruition for millions of rural Americans that are not actually connected to the power grid. Rural America will no longer be deprived of the creature comforts that technology affords us. Now, to cultivate a community. In many places of our ancestors' home, that call home, Europe, Africa, Asia, the power was often held in the hands of a lot of indifferent grandees far away from where many of ordinary people lived. If there were a disaster, a famine, or problems with lawbreakers, the people would often have to break their necks and backs to going to the gates of the palace for help, only to be thrown out. Even if they were not sent away, their pleas could often be, and often were, ignored by preoccupied politicians, overextended bureaucrats, or put upon rulers. When this was not due to ill will, such inaction was often because of a simple inability to do anything about the problem. But many of the Native American communities and such, increase immigration, happiness of citizens, and the average city efficiency will increase tremendously. Time to clock in. The future is you. The future. Ooh. American sports and sundown. The future is you, and that's all there is to it. Well, everything is all in the good green, which means we're not having problems. Let's see overall. Poverty is minuscule, crime is still average, our economy is in the frickin' mud. Citizens are ecstatic, our society is getting united, the cities are getting by, our budget is getting a bit standard. To push or not to push, that is the question. Detente can be seen as surrender, push for more, or we'll throw Tokyo a bone, at least. Detente cannot be seen as surrender. Hit the road, Shep, and don't you look back. Ambassador for the Second America. Shep has graciously offered up his skills and statesmen to communicate with all corners of rural America and deliver on what they need most from our administration. Now, this is something epic. I think I'm starting to like Hart's America. It's really optimistic. Hit the road, Shep, and don't you look back. But Shep wondering what the hell they were even doing. German missile redeployments in Mauritius and Reunion. The world hangs on a balance once again. Oh my god. And this is where I'll stop for now, on the 21st of January 1970, under the Hart and Soul Presidency. I'm actually starting to like the dynastic liberalism of Hart. He's not that hard on. He's not like hard on like LBJ, but he actually does want to give everyone a fair chance regardless. He is the conscience of the Senate. I call him the conscience of the nation. Anyway, I hope you fellas love this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you fellas next time when we battle for the heart and soul of our country.